Hello, my name is Andrea Tavini with Annadel Insurance, and I wanted to help you locate Part D drug plans and share with you the best way to shop and compare plans in your area. So without further ado, let me share my screen to Medicare.gov, which is Medicare's website, to be able to look at the options in your area. Sit tight. Okay, so here we go. You should be staring at Medicare's website. Again, the web address is medicare.gov. And when you get to the site, you're going to scroll down and you are going to click on Find Plans Now. On the next page, you're going to simply enter your home zip code. And it is your resident zip code. So if you have a separate mailing address, and for some time, since I deal with a lot of clients in California and Nevada, they may have a home residence in Nevada, but a mailing address in California or vice versa. But drug plans are sold statewide, so make sure you are entering your home resident address. I will just pick a random zip code to show you. Once you've entered that, you're going to click the middle bubble here, Medicare Part D drug plan. This next section is important for those that it applies to. It asks, do you get help with your costs from one of these programs? These are generally lower income programs to assist with drug costs and sometimes even medical. If you know you do not get help with Medicaid or Medicare savings programs or extra help, simply click, I do not get help from any of these programs, and click next. Do you want to see your drug costs when you compare plans? Click yes, and next. This is a great section. This is where you can build a list of medications that you currently take. And you actually have the ability for those who have created their own login at Medicare.gov. You can do this drug search tool through your own login and be able to download medications you're taking without having to type them in individually. But for the demonstration today, I will just enter a couple medications. And you'll notice as you start to type, it will come up with drugs that it thinks may match what you're trying to enter. You'll add drug, and then you're also given a drop down where you can adjust the dose. And you can also adjust quantity and the frequency, maybe every month, every 2 months, 3, 6, or 12. And you hit add to my drug list. You can then click add another drug. Another. And add drug. We'll keep this at the same dose. And we'll add one more. But you keep adding until your list is complete. At that point, you'll scroll down and hit done adding drugs. Pharmacies is important as well. It's a good idea to enter a couple local pharmacies, unless it's a pharmacy you know that you would never want to go to, because the drug plans can align themselves and it can vary plan by plan, with some pharmacies as standard in network or preferred in network or completely out of network. And so to enter a couple, it will give you an idea of options where you can refill close to you. If you live in an area with a lot of pharmacies, the first distance sort will be 1 mile, but you can also go out 5, 10, 25 miles. You can also use this box right here to start typing the name of a pharmacy and hit find. As an example, if I type in Wall, it's showing Walgreens and also a Walmart, so we can do that. And if we go back to just within a mile of this zip code, oh, I have to get rid of this, bear with me. We also see a CVS, and this is like a local pharmacy. We can pick that as well. And we can also hit mail order. So you can pick up to 5 and say done. We're just waiting for the screen to load. What's going to happen next is in California right now, there's 22 different drug plans. There's 20 in Nevada. There are 20 in most of the states at the moment. The current sort is based on lowest drug and premium cost. That's the default setting, and it's the best setting to use. You have the other option in here to sort by lowest monthly premium, even lowest yearly deductible on the plan. But these other two options are not the best way. You don't want to know just the monthly premium, because you do want to know, are your medicines covered, number one, and what are they going to charge me at the pharmacy? And that can vary. They are not the same, across all the plans. So for the couple medications that I entered, it's pulling up the WellCare Value Script Plan. It lets you know Medicare star ratings. We'll talk a little bit more about that in the detail. Lets you know this plan has a 40-cent monthly premium. And it's estimating right now, where this says total drug and premium cost for the rest of 2024. So being that I'm doing this video mid-April, it's assuming somebody's going to join a plan starting May 1. So this estimate of $3.20 is their estimated total drug and premium cost for the remaining 8 months of the year. So you can actually just pretty easy calculation, 40 cents times 8. You'd be paying premium only. There's no refill costs to those couple meds, and I'll show you that in just a moment. But as you scroll down, you'll also notice you have a $545 drug deductible under this plan. Deductibles are on most plans, but many times generics are not subject to the deductible. But again, that can vary, and I'm going to show you how you would know that. And you'll notice as you scroll down, because again, this sort came back to us saying that this plan has the lowest premium and lowest refill cost for those couple medications. And you'll see $3.20 for the rest of the year. Look what happens under this Cigna Saver plan. Same 3 medications, but under this plan, $126.40 for the rest of the year. Silver Script Smart Saver, $148.80. Mutual of Omaha, $205.60. Cigna Secure, $313 or $308. So you can see just selecting a plan by premium alone, in this case, worked out because I entered just some generic medications, but you really need to look a little deeper when you're shopping these plans. So the plan details button gives you some more of that detail. It repeats a lot of the same information about the monthly premium, the drug deductible. It lists again the medications that you entered and the quantity and the frequency of the refill. This section is really important. It's going to relist the pharmacies that you selected, and it's going to let you know, based on this drug plan, are they in-network, or meaning standard, or are they preferred, which especially for generics will have lower refill costs. I'm going to skip over some of this because some of this detail starts to get yearly drug cost by med, drug and premium cost by med for the remainder of the year. This gets into total monthly drug costs. So for the 3 meds, it's trying to show you based on pharmacy what you would spend on a monthly basis. And you can see at the preferred pharmacies, you would not have a refill cost for the medications, but at the standard in-network, not preferred, you would. You'd actually, so where you go to refill your medications can also play a big part in what you're charged, or in this case, not charged. Then as we go down, anytime you see a plus sign, click on it. It will give you more information behind it. So CVS was one of the preferred pharmacies. And you'll notice this chart shows you amlodipine, atorvastatin, and losartan. It's giving you the retail costs of these medications. And remember, I was saying the details are going to let you know whether the deductible on this plan, which is $545, whether it's applied to all the medicines that you might refill. But you will notice the cost before deductible column still shows 0, 0, and 0. If these medications were subject to the deductible, that retail cost would be repeated again in this column, basically saying, hey, until you meet the deductible, we're not going to help you. But on this particular plan, drug tiers 1 and 2, which comprise mainly generics, you are not subject to that $545 deductible, which is why it says 0, and even cost after deductible 0. The last two columns, coverage gap and cost after, that can be another video. That can take up a lot of time. This video is really just to show you maybe how to familiarize yourself with shopping for a drug plan, and I'll dive into that in a future video. Under the View More Drug Coverage tab, another plus sign, and once you open that up, this shows you costs by drug tier. And you'll notice the default is again for a preferred retail pharmacy. There is a drop down. You can check the cost by drug tier for standard pharmacies and then even mail order. Right now for preferred, this is a bone of contention for me that I think Medicare should do a better job. You need to know preferred generic means tier 1. They should just say tier 1, because down here, we'll go back to it, it shows the drug tier for all your medications. So all three that I entered happen to be tier 1. Preferred generic means tier 1. 0 copay at a preferred pharmacy. Generic means tier 2, and at a preferred pharmacy, you'd spend $5. Preferred brand means tier 3. You would spend 25% of the retail cost. Non-preferred drug means tier 4, and you would be charged 50% of the retail cost. Specialty tier is tier 5, and you would be charged 25% of the retail cost. But look what happens if you do not identify a preferred pharmacy and you end up at a standard pharmacy. Preferred generics that had a 0 copay now could be $5 for each drug. Generics that are at a preferred were $5 a month are now $10. And you'll notice there was no change under tiers 3, 4, and 5. But it's really generic medications you will overspend if you are refilling at a standard in-network pharmacy versus a preferred. So again, this does now tell you the different drug tiers. It will also let you know any other items you need to be aware of. So for atorvastatin, it's showing you a quantity limit. They will let you fill no more than 30 within 30 days, unless your doctor had to send in a request that you need more than that. These medications do not require a prior authorization, and they do not require step therapy. Step therapy is basically if there's several meds that will maybe treat your condition, there may be ones that are more expensive than others. And if your doctor prescribes, let's say, that more expensive one, the plan may come back to you and say, hey, you're going to have to try this other medicine first. If it doesn't work for you, then we can look at approving the more expensive medicine. And the last section here, star ratings, also important. It's a way for you as a consumer to see what others think of this plan, and by pharmacies and even other members. It rates their customer service, member complaints and changes in the drug plan's performance, member experience with the drug plan, drug safety and accuracy of drug pricing, and then it will give you kind of an overall rating based on 1 to 5 stars, 5 being excellent, 1 being very poor, and most land between 3 and 4. So I hope this gives you a brief little overview of how to shop for a plan. Realize that I am always here for questions, but knowledge is power, and for you to be able to have even a rudimentary knowledge of how to hop on and look up some of these things and get an idea of drug plans, I think is important. As they are making changes to Part D for 2025, there will be an out-of-pocket cap of $2,000 for co-payments that you spend on your medications. There will still be a deductible, and I'm sure premiums are going to change again as well. So drug plans are something that should be reviewed on an annual basis, as there's not a lot of continuity with these plans at this point. So I will keep you posted as to other changes that come about, and reach out with any questions. I hope you have a wonderful day.